My name is Joyce Bosco Pius. I'm working with the fabric as a recycling and production manager in the department called WPC, which is wood plastic composite that deal with making the innovative building material made out of the recycled plastic with a mixture of wood comes from the sawdust collected from the local carpentries. We name our product as CHAKA WOOD from the WPC brand, which is it's a local name. So we are branding our Swahili language. We do manufacturing in terms of circular economy phases, which is in a recycling phase that involve, it has different phases, but we are focusing on manufacturing phase only, where we collaborate with those plastic collectors. So we buy the plastic from the local collectors, and then we come to manufacture and make out the product that names as CHAKA WOOD, which it is divided into different types. We have flooring, normally it's known as decking, so its function is based on decking. And we have the wall planks or wall panel that is useful for walling. We do have joist that can be used as a subfloor structures. We also have the poles that can be useful for landscape activities, including either with fencing, and sometimes we can use it as in making different furnitures like chairs and so forth. What we do, it has a variety of processes, starting from mixing the raw materials and then take it directly to the extrusion process. We first start with crushing, granulating, making out the powder of the sawdust that we collect from the local carpentries. And then after that, we take directly to the mixing, which is involving mixing different additives to make a full pot that is going to be useful in the extrusion process. And after mixing the raw material, we normally take directly to the extrusion machine, where we do have the two machine, that is, we produce two different products at once. So in the extrusion, it involves the process of heating the raw materials 2 hours before starting the production, and then after heating, then the product will come out. We have the phase where our product normally, it has to take some time for cooling before going to the cutting stage. And then after cutting stage, we have a final stage, which is involved making different surface structures. It can be, we normally call it like groove or mate. We sand the planks, and come out in different shades that goes to the final process, which is using in building processes. We normally make 40 square meter, which is in, we had, like, it depends different mold that we have. In terms of hollow mold, which is a floor, one type of the floor mold, we make 40 square meter per day. We are doing 24 hours, so we can make 40 square meter a day. And in terms of the solid mold, which is floor mold, that is fully, we make 18 square meter per day. It is fully, so it takes some time in terms of production. And for the side of the wall panel, it is the same. We make 18 square meters. The wall planks that is used for walling. And in terms of joist, we produce 12 square meters a day. As the company mission, we do love the sheer beauty of the environment. So that is the main pushing factors that push us to invest in recycling, because we would love to see our countries having zero wasting. So despite of like seeing the waste around in everywhere, that's why we decided to chop in create different innovative ideas of using different types of the plastics to make our different product. So we are out of making those CHAKA wood, we also have another business that we are making, which is plastic sheet. We use different other types of plastic to make the plastic sheet that it can be used for as, it's kind of similar like marbles, if you know the marbles, stuff like that, but it's literally made with only full plastic. So the fact of ours, we really need to see the country is out, like we need to see in either 30 years or before, or 2030, we see our country is having zero waste. First of all, our product is more durable compared with the hardwood or softwood. They last you longer, and they are not affected with the mold compared with hardwood. Like whenever, if you use them, you will forget about doing renovation from several time to several time, and they are no longer affected with the water. So they are, you can install them indoor and outdoor, anywhere, and yeah, it's bring different shining in the home, I can say, compared with the using of tiles inside of the house. They are more healthy. Yeah, so it's more quite like nice product to use CHAKA wood compared to using the hardwood, softwood, or either the tiles. You know, we have different types of product that is being released out there. So it has a process in it, because it involves correction. So during the correction, some plastic correctors, they are getting hard time to sort out different type of product. Sometimes they do mix every product. So when I buy the product from them, of course they don't do measurement to know the melting point, or either to understand about what this kind of plastic can be applied for. So whenever you go to the supplier, you buy the plastic from them, they will say, yeah, this type of the plastic is either HDPE, of while it is mixed with some LDPE, low density polyethylene. So if you come into the applying to our production, we might face some challenge in terms of deterioration of the plants, where we make some kind of, we waste some times of either understanding the raw material if it's fit into our production. So that is the first challenge I'm facing, which is basing on from the source. And the second one, it's terms of cost. Plastic is very expensive getting from the suppliers. Like every day, as the more we go, the cost is increasing. Like from the beginning, we were buying the plastic 1 kg, it was 1,800, but currently it is even going to 3,000 for 1 kg. And sometimes you might buy the product or the plastic, I say, of which you don't know if it will suit into your production. So you have to do more trials to see if that is the right plastic you wanted. So that is the big issue in market out there. And in terms of the production, it's our machine that we are using. We don't have such kind of a lot of downtimes, but it happens in terms of, it can be the result of either electricity fluctuation. So whenever we had electricity fluctuation, we have to stop for a while, of which in terms of coming back to start again, the production have to have some like a gap of waiting until the machine is eating. So that is also gives delays of production, and sometimes the order will have more delays. And in terms of spare parts, we are struggling getting the spare part of either if the machine is broken. We had it to order from outside, of which it will take us more delays in like this dry pot. You have to pay a lot to get those items out. So that is also a challenge, like biggest challenge facing in terms of production. And in terms of finishing, it's not that much hard, like biggest issue, but it is the raw materials that we are using. It as an issue in the beginning, so probably even the finishing won't be quite nice. So yeah, so it like the main source, it's from the suppliers, for those who are processing those plastic, because they buy from the collectors and they process it. So during the process of making it in flakes or sorting the plastic, they do sometimes mix with different types of plastic. So there is a big need of either providing the items that those plastic processors to understand, or even that can help them to sort out different types of plastics, because we have various types of plastic. We have DET, we have HDPE, we have LDPE, we have this PP, so they need to be sorted. You can mix every type of plastic, that they have different melting point. So whenever you buy them, they will impact in terms of production. You get a lot of deterioration of product. In terms of community or either customers, first of all, they have to feel the issue of loving the environment they are living, of which we should be, as a community, should be the first source to look forward on how we can impact our environment, of which they should be ready to support those manufacturers who are making out different products from the plastics. For example, ours as ID Fabric, we are making those CHAKA wood, which is a good and very eco-friendly material to use in a building. Whenever they use them, they won't expect doing the innovation as much they do like currently with using hardwood or softwood. So it's the issue of them to accept this is quality product. We have quality product. It's not like we're branding ourselves, but it's good product. And if you use it, you will forget about this kind of renovations. And also you'll feel the home of how do you feel about impacting your country by buying the product made out of the recycled that you are using in a normal life? Like either you are using the bottle, you throw it away, and then you have some people who are using that bottle you throw it away to make the product of which you can use it in your life. Yeah, and I would say in terms of the government, they should look forward about supporting people who are doing recycling. It's a good thing to invest on recycling, but there is a lot of challenges. I would say in terms of taxes, because when you buy the raw material, you get a lot of issues of in either transporting the raw material, get caught. They feel like you are either, stealing from them, of which what we're doing to impact the world, even impacting the environment, focusing on reducing the pollution in our environment, of which is quite nice. So in terms of taxes, I think they should look forward on how they can help investors on reducing the taxes for them, even giving them support, because what they were doing is impacting the world. We are using the waste and we are creating different innovations on how we can reduce the waste on our environment. Yeah, and another thing I would say in terms of government, they should look forward, which is in terms of this kind of energy. We are depending on them, which is electricity, because we depend on electricity to make process of everything based on plastic. We can do it by our hands. So if the electricity will be out, so we will be either stop, because we have to pay a lot of electricity for doing this kind of business. So if they would look forward on how to reduce the cost, either to give some kind of percentage as to support those people who are doing business in terms of recycling or correcting waste, stuff like that. And the other thing I would rather say is providing this kind of, it's not PP, stuff like that, because we have people who are doing this kind of correction of the plastics. But if you just see them out there, the way they do kind of correction, they don't have sometimes the PP, and they're using this kind of bags. You might find someone is carrying a huge bag which is having a lot of bottles on it. So if they would look forward either to support them, giving them either like bicycle or either motorcycle, to make it easier for them even to feel like, yeah, the government is thinking about us. What we are doing is more impactful even on the side of the government. So that is what I would rather say. The government should look on that and how they can support, especially those people who are doing recycling, and those people who are collecting waste, those people who are basically basing on circular economy activities.